Hello, everyone, and welcome back to DaVinci Guitar. I'm Abigail, this is Jim, and today we're back with more chord voicing using our triad forms. Now, up to this point, we've discussed how to chord voice using a 1-4-5 progression in the key of G, and also in the key of G minor, right? Taking the first note, making that the 1 chord, the major chord, taking the 4th note, making that the 4 chord, major chord, taking the 5th note, making that the major chord, a 1-4-5. We also did that with the minor chords. Now today we're going to actually be working in a new position, which is third position on the guitar. We worked in first position, frets 1 through 5, second position, frets 5 through 9, and today we're doing third position chord voicing, frets 9 through 12. What does that mean? That means that every single note that we start on with these triads has to be somewhere within frets 9 through 12. So we can't go above, we can't go below. We have to find a G, a C, and a D, all those chords, and then also G minor, C minor, and D minor within here. So this isn't too hard in terms of playing, but it takes a lot of theoretical knowledge. It takes a lot of brain power to have to think through each chord quickly on the fly to get to the next one. So we're going to jump in and first have some theory time to explain exactly the chords we'd find and use. So to start with the G chord, the formula you're going to use, again, is a root third and fifth, a G, B, and D, right? Well, in frets 5 through 9, G, B, or D, which one can we use? We have a D note right here. And D is the fifth, so we're going to have to use second inversion form. G. Now we need to go to a C. Okay, so a C chord, say it out loud, it's C, E, or G, right? Okay, what do we have here? Let's see, look at that, we have an E. Perfect. So an E is the third, right? So you can actually go to your first inversion form. Now we need to go to a D for the fifth, 1-4-5, got to complete that. We have this D note right here. D note is the root. Then we return to G, of course. Same forms for minor, you just have to know your root, first and second inversion minor forms, except remember with minor, of course, we have to go to a flat third, so it wouldn't be based off this E note for that C chord, C, E, or G, be based off of E flat. You have to move down here. That's the only difference that really you should be concerned about when playing this in terms of minor. And that only happens in first inversion when the chord is built off of the third note or the flat third for minor. With that in place, we're going to go ahead and play it for you all twice over, and I'll talk through it as I'm playing so that you can see what exactly you do in a band setting as Jim plays the open chords and I go ahead and play the chords up here. So Jim, count us on in.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Starting this position on a D note, to this E, right? First inversion C chord, easy, D, root 4. Back to the G. Do it again. Going up to this E, first inversion C, root D. So it's not too complicated. You see, it actually looks so simple because I'm staying right here instead of going all over the board. But it actually is kind of hard because in my head I'm having to say, okay, G, G, B, D, where's the D note? Okay, coordinate second inversion. Where's the C? Here we go. E, coordinates the first inversion. That's what it takes, really, is your knowledge of the forms and your knowledge of how to build chords. Beyond that, it's all pretty easy. Now we're going to do this in minor. And so Jim's going to go ahead and count us on in as we do a 1-4-5 in minor, G minor, C minor, and D minor. Jim?
1, 2, 3, 4.
And starting the D note for G, coming up to the C minor, down to the D minor, root, back to the G minor, and repeat it. Down to the D minor, and right here, second inversion. So that's a 1-4-5 as a minor progression, right? And just simply knowing these chords and being able to spell them. G, B flat, D, C, E flat, G, D, F, A. and knowing them in your head so that you're then able to quickly find them in the position. It also requires a good knowledge of the fretboard so that you're able to quickly know where you are, what position you're in, and what notes are around you. That's something else you should be working on as part of your DaVinci guitar training. So we hope that this lesson was helpful for you, that this series has been helpful for you concerning triads, and that you'll be able to apply this to your own playing as you work on different progressions, including the 1-4-5 and others that you see in music. DaVinci Guitar, out.